Hello students, myself Sudhakar Tiwari. Today I am going to teach you all about clause. Clause is a group of words that forms part of a sentence and contains a subject and a finite verb. So in a clause, what do we have? We have a subject and a finite verb, and it is just a part of a sentence. Now just have the example. Rohan is a good boy and Mohan is a bad boy. Just see, there are two clauses. One is Rohan is a good boy and Mohan is a bad boy. So, there is a conjunction, and so if you are going to identify in a sentence if there is more than one clause or not, so you just check if there is a conjunction in a sentence or not. If there is a conjunction in a sentence, so you may have more than one clause in a sentence, right? So this one is a clause and this one is also a clause. Now, as this is a clause and this is a clause, so both the two may have its name. So now just see the types of clause. We have three types of clause: principal clause, coordinate clause, subordinate clause. The clause that can give its sense is known as principal clause. Now just see, Rohan is a good boy, so it is clear that this sentence is giving its sense, so it is principal clause. Now you just see, Mohan is a bad boy. Now we have the sense of this sentence also. So as I have told you that the sentence that can give its sense can be considered as principal clause, but not always. If the sentence coming after a conjunction and giving its sense, so it is a coordinate clause. So now we have principal clause and coordinate clause here. Okay. Now what is subordinate clause? Subordinate clause is a kind of clause that comes after principal clause or coordinate clause, but it cannot give its sense without joining in a sentence. Okay, just see. She told me that she would not come. She told me. Now we have the meaning of this, that she would not come. Just see, that she would not come. So it is a subordinate clause because we have subordinate conjunction here. So whenever we have coordinate conjunction, so we have coordinate clause. Whenever we have subordinate conjunction, we have subordinate clause. Now about conjunction I will explain you in my next video. Here I am just going to explain only the types of clause and how do we frame it, and as well as after adding clause what sorts of sentence can we form. Just see, if we have only simple sentence, so it is principal clause, or it is just a sentence which have a finite verb and a subject. Okay, so the sentence that have finite verb and a subject and not a conjunction can be principal clause or can be considered as simple sentence. Now compound sentence. So compound sentence can be formed by using principal clause plus coordinate clause. So if we have principal clause and coordinate clause in a sentence, so it is a compound sentence. Now complex sentence. Principal clause plus subordinate clause. If we have principal clause and subordinate clause in a sentence, then that sentence would be a complex sentence. Now mixed sentence. In a sentence, if we are having all the three types of clause, principal clause, coordinate clause and subordinate clause, so that sentence can be considered as mixed sentence. So according to the structure of a sentence, we can categorize the sentence into 4 categories, like simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, mixed sentence. So for making compound sentence, we need to have principal clause and coordinate clause, and there may be a coordinate conjunction. Now for making complex sentence, we need principal clause, subordinate clause and subordinate conjunction. Okay, now for making mixed sentence, we need to have principal clause, coordinate clause, subordinate clause, and with the clause its conjunction also. Okay, so this is a overview of clause and sentence. If I talk about the subcategories of principal clause, coordinate and subordinate clause, so we don't have subcategories of principal clause and coordinate clause, but we have subcategories of subordinate clause like noun clause, adjective clause and adverb clause. So these are the 3 subcategories of subordinate clause. Though we have different types of sentence in coordinate clause also, like as per the conjunction we use for making coordinate clause, like cumulative, elative, adversative, etc. But they are actually not the types. So majorly we have types in subordinate clause like noun clause, adjective clause, adverb clause. So just see noun clause. So when subordinate clause comes as noun, it just considered as noun clause. For example, I know that you are a good boy. So what do I know? So I know that you are a good boy. We just see for finding out noun clause, what can we do? We just need to put up a question with the main verb using what. So I know. So what do I know? So we have this clause. After asking a question using what with this main verb, we are having the answer. So whenever we are asking a question with main verb using what and we are getting a clause, so it is a noun clause. Got it? See the other example. What you want is known to me. So what you want is known to me. So what is known to me? See, what is known to me? So what you want. What is known to me? What you want. So we have, the main verb here, and we have subordinate clause here. What you want. Subordinate clause you can use at the end, you can use in starting, you can use in middle also. I will explain where to use noun clause, where to use adverb clause and where to use adjective clause. But at first just see how we can identify a noun clause. So now is known to me. So what is known to me? So we are getting this as answer, and this is a clause and this is subordinate clause, as we are getting the answer by using what, so it is a noun clause. Okay, now adjective clause. Adjective, whatever which is denote a noun or pronoun is known as adjective. But if there is a particular sentence which work as an adjective, means if there is a clause which is subordinate clause and it work as an adjective, so it can be considered as adjective clause. Okay, now see, he is the boy who played well in last match. So he is the boy. So now who played well in the last match is a kind of clause. It is a group of word which is just working as adjective for this boy. That's why this is adjective clause. Okay, one more example. This is the house where I lived. So where I lived is something, a group of a sentence which is working here as an adjective for this house. Okay, now adverb clause. Adverb clause, adverb is something which denote a verb or which is just to define a verb. So I get up before the sunrise. So I get up when? Before the sunrise. She cooked when? After I went out. So after asking a question, putting when, okay, with this verb we are getting the answer. Okay, so this is adverb clause because the entire clause is just acting as an adverb for this verb. Here also the entire clause is acting as an adverb for this verb. Okay, now function of noun clause. We use noun clause in 7 different places in a sentence, like as a subject of a verb, as an object of a verb, as an object of a preposition, as a complement of a verb, as case in apposition, okay, as an object of a participle, as an object of an infinitive. Okay, just see the example. Now subject of a verb, what he will do. We have this clause and is known to me. So here we are having the verb and this entire clause is just working here as a subject, and it is noun clause. How? Because while asking a question using what with this verb, we are getting this. Suppose that is known to me. So what is known to me? What he will do. So that's why it is subject of a verb and noun clause. Okay, now what he does is uncertain. Now what is uncertain? What he does. We are again getting a clause by putting a question with this verb using what. Now an object of a verb. So noun clause work as an object also. Just see, I cannot say. So here we are having verb, then after it may be object. The entire clause is working here as an object. Just see, I cannot say what is true. What is true? What I cannot say, or you can say what cannot not I say. So what is true? Okay. Now you just see, he told me that I should play. So he told me. So what he told me? That he should play. So again we are having this clause which is noun clause. Here we are having clause, this is noun clause, but here this clause is working as an object of this verb. Here this clause is working as a subject of this verb. Okay, now an object of a preposition. So please listen to what I am saying. Just see, after this preposition we are having this clause. So that's why this clause is as an object of this preposition. Okay, same here, I looked at where he was playing. So I looked at where he was playing. So here also we are having a noun clause. Okay, now a complement of a verb. Complement, something that comes after helping verb is mr to complete the sentence. This is what I wanted. So what I wanted is a clause here and it's coming after this is. So this is a complement of a verb. Okay, it is what I mean. Again you just see, this is a clause and this is coming after this is. That's why it is a complement of this verb. Now, job is not just we do for earning. It is our duty. Just see, job is. What is job? Not just we do for earning. Okay? So this is a clause. Now, as case in apposition to the noun or pronoun. Case in apposition. You know, case in apposition means putting something which just describe some noun or pronoun side by side. Means putting a sentence side by side with the noun. Just see, his wish that I may become a teacher. So his wish, what is the wish? That I may become a teacher is going to be true. So just see, his wish is going to be true. The sentence is his wish is going to be true, but we are adding this that I may become a teacher. Okay, so this is a case in apposition. Case in apposition means something to describe a noun or pronoun. Okay, and just come with that noun or pronoun. Now just see the information. This is noun, that the school is opening. What is the information? That the school is opening is wrong. So what is wrong? That the school is opening. So we are having this case in apposition here just with the noun. Okay. So as object of a participle. So just see, I reached there hoping that he would give me money. Just see, I reached there hoping. What is what I was hoping that he would give me money. Just see, this is a clause, and this clause is just coming after this participle, this present participle. Okay, so this is a noun clause of means participle, noun clause of this participle, working as an object of a participle. Now one more example. She came to me thinking that I would help her. Now she came to me. She came to what? She came to me for what? Thinking that I would help her. Now we are having that I would help her. Okay, so we are having this clause here. Okay, now object of an infinite. So there is the example. I want to know what you want. I want to know. So I want to know what you want. You just see, to know means first form of the verb with to. It's a infinite, and after just we are having this clause. So here this clause is working here as an object of this infinite, and this is a noun clause. Now my mother wants to see how do I teach. Just see, wants to see. What does my mother want to see? How do I teach? So this is a clause, and this clause is coming just with this infinite. Okay, that's why this is a clause of noun working as an object of infinite. Now function of adjective clause. You know, adjective clause is something which work like a clause to define a noun or pronoun. See, he is the boy who called me yesterday. Just see, he is the boy. Now there is a boy. So who called me yesterday means this sentence, means this clause is just here to define or to say something about this boy. Okay, so this is working here as an adjective for this noun. That's why this is as an adjective of a noun. Okay, now see one more example. Is the place where I teach. So this this is the place now where it is. So this clause is coming to describe here this place. That's why this is as an adjective of this noun. Okay. Now functions of adverb clause. Adverb clause has its several functions. Now it work as adverb clause for time. It work as to denote time. Like I get up before the rise means I get up before the sunrise. You need to write I get up before the sun rises. Okay, now you just see before the sun rises is here to denote time, and it is working as a clause. So, and now this is working as an adverb also. So that's why this is as an adverb clause. Now adverb clause of place. Just see, this is the place where I live. This is a clause and it coming here to describe this place. Okay, this is the place where I lived in. You just see in noun clause also I have written this kind of sentence. This is the house where I lived in. So what is the difference between a noun clause and adverb clause of place? Whenever we are putting comma here, so it becomes adverb clause of place. But if there is no comma, so it is a noun clause working as an adjective. Now adverb clause of manner. He walks as if he is a king. Just see, it is a manner of a person how he walk. So he walks as if he is a king. So this is a clause and this is coming here to give the manner of walking of a person. Now adverb clause of reason. Reason, because I have time to play. Now there is a reason. So I am playing. So why I am playing? Because I have time to play. So this is a clause and this is coming as the reason of this work. Okay, so adverb clause of reason. Now adverb clause of purpose. Purpose means aim. He took medicines so that he could recover. Let's see, so that he could recover means he wanted to recover. It was his aim. That's why he has taken medicine. So he took medicine for what? So that he could recover. Okay, so this is a clause and this is working as an object for this verb. Okay, now adverb clause of condition. I will teach him if he comes. I will teach him if he comes. There is a condition. If he comes, then I will teach him. Okay, so this is a clause and this is working here as a condition. Okay, and as an adverb of this verb. Now adverb clause of contrast or concession. Just see, though he is poor, he is happy. Now just see, there is a contrast. There is a poor person but he is happy. So if there is opposite sense and we are going to use, so we can use this type of sentence by framing a contrast as a conjunction. Just see, though he is a poor, he is happy. We can also say, though he is rich, he is not happy, like that. Adverb clause of comparison. For comparing we use adverb clause, like he is not so strong. He is not so strong as his brother. So strong as his brother is a clause here. And now my school is as good as my brother's school. So as good as my brother's school. My school is. Okay. So now we have this clause to define, this verb. Here we are going to define this verb. That's why it is adverb clause, and we are comparing here. That's why it is adverb clause of comparison. Okay. Now adverb clause of result. Just see, he is so poor that he cannot buy a book. Now just see, what is the result of his poorness? He cannot buy a book. Okay. I speak so slowly that no one can hear me. So what is the result of my speaking? That no one can hear me. So just see, we have that no one can hear me and that he cannot buy a book. Now these two are just a clause, adverb clause of this verb. He is so poor and I speak so slowly. So this is all about clause and its type.